Hello and welcome to another episode of Painfully Honest, the show where we look at your portfolio and decide how hireable are you? Are there any things we can change, tweak, adjust on your site that might really help you stand out and communicate that much clearer to the people you're trying to get hired by? In some of the previous episodes, I've had guest designers or creative directors come on with me and kind of come at these from like an inside industry view, like a designer knows other designers and like what to look for, that kind of thing. This one's different for a couple of reasons. I didn't bring designers in. Like I want my peers to respect the work. I want to like be competitive and like be trying hard and growing. But my competitors aren't the people that's going to hire me, right? So both of these people know me really well, going to be brutally honest in a kind of loving way. Yeah, in a loving way. They're great. But also they know ministry and they're the type of people that might rope me in for a project. So I'm really excited to kind of open it up and show them some work that I love and then show them my site and see what they have to say about it. See if it matches up with my expectations or kind of some of the thoughts that I brought to the table going into this. Guys, I am so pumped. Let's jump in.
This is Painfully Honest.
Perfect. I like to say I'm beautifully honest.
I love that.
Beautifully honest.
I'm beautifully honest.
Grace and truth, baby.
Because I love you, and if you love someone, you got to tell them the truth.
Exactly.
That's so real.
Exactly. I've lost many friends by telling them the truth.
Y'all are who? Y'all should just have a show Painfully Honest and talk about everything. Y'all should review
Mark it up.
Everything.
Like grind my gears, like what was the show? Family Guy, do the grind my gears. I could do that for sure.
I think you could. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I don't think either of you guys have seen any of this stuff, so these are all like cold takes. And yeah, let's go ahead and just jump on in. Alrighty, so the first one is one that basically every designer that I know knows about, Lincoln Design Co. These guys are arguably like gods of this generation, or at least like they're the rock stars. Yep, that's exactly why you're here, Chandler, because I, myself, and the other designers look at this and go, oh man, they're so cool. And they are. But I want to know, like, do y'all look at this and go like, yeah, that's sick? Or does it look designy and like kind of out for you guys?
It just looks like a culmination of Nike, Universal, Nickelodeon, like a TV commercial.
Right.
Yeah, but they've worked with all those guys.
I mean, that's cool.
Y'all just coming in strong with the roast.
I feel like this is like, you see those companies and it's like, as seen on TV, and you're like, no, you haven't been on TV. You're just lying.
Oh no, these guys be doing it. I'm trying to. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. When I'm reviewing all these things, I'm looking for like work. Like I want to see like a dump of work. And
yeah, I just see the logos.
Yeah, we're flexing on the brands. This feels so weird, like critiquing them at all, but that's why you guys are here.
I mean,
so this their logo skills.
Oh, you have one of those hats.
I do. I've got a Grizzly Wheeler hat.
I mean, it doesn't look like I'm not blown away. I mean, I do also feel like I know some of the best designers in the church world. So like, this isn't like, oh my gosh, this is mind blowing.
All right.
Or maybe maybe everyone's just ripping these guys off and acting like they're good.
That could also be a thing.
The Nike Air Max. Josh, I'm pretty sure you did that one. I'm pretty sure that's your design.
Oh my God. No.
I think you posted that the other day.
Yeah. So it's interesting. What are you saying?
Jon White.
No, there was one of them I liked when you were scrolling, but it, I think it said the word creature on there. So that goes, that.
Okay.
Snake oil.
That's kind of sick.
What do y'all, so I'm trying to do logo work. And I always go back and forth on whether not to use colors. Like clearly they've made the black and white like monochrome look. They've got a nice little grid layout. Like it is a lane you can go down. Do you guys like this, or would you prefer to see all this stuff like full color, fully saturated, maybe like mock-ups in here? Like which is more impressive to you as, a non-designer, if you will?
For me, I like the option to see the colors, even if it's like multiple different ways, because then I can catch a vision for it a little bit better. But that is also coming from someone who loves colors and is very opinionated about color waves and stuff like that.
That's a good point.
I agree, but I know what they're trying to do right here. They're just trying to create an aesthetic on this page. There's not a bunch of crazy colors going back and forth, so it's easier to look at.
Yeah, that's fair. One thing I'll say too is, I heard a designer that only designs in black and white a few years ago say, I don't want somebody to take this thing that took me 15 hours and crap on it because they say, I don't like yellow. And then they just check out. So I think that's an element of it. But babe, you touched on something great that I have to continually remind myself is like, I know I might have an imagination or have an idea of like where this thing could be, but like do anything that I can to help like remove imagination steps for somebody. So just like if you see it looking like this on a billboard, just throw up the billboard mock-up. That way, it's right there.
Shaun White, we love him.
Yeah, they'd be doing all the things. All right.
He dates Nina, so that's important. Vampire Diaries, anybody?
Oh no,
I love this. I can't wait.
Vampire Diaries fan base, anybody?
I can't wait to go live with y'all. This is gonna be rich. They also got like dope little spot. They got a mini pipe in their space. They go on cool retreats. Like
that is sick. Their little
shred.
Sick.
Okay, so this is another thing. Like I'm gonna decorate my office the way that I want to, and I did like in a way that I think is cool. But I also look at these and go like, does this to outsiders just look like design bro world in a bad way, right? Like, does it seem like inside culture that you can't get in unless you're in kind of thing?
I mean, that's just their style. It looks like a tattoo skate shop.
Okay.
Like, am I getting tattooed? Am I skating?
They need that. What is that? What is that?
Half pipe.
Half pipe. They need that for their little brain waves to create something great, right?
Yeah. So I'm hearing I need a mini pipe in the house, babe. That's
no. You need a putting green in a driving.
Let's go golf. I
coach.
do like their logo.
Yeah, they've got some really good ones.
It's very simple and very like.
They've actually got a ton of like different ones. Which page isn't lit? Oh, there we go.
Oh, that moto shirt is sick. I still remember we had that idea that talk about doing a moto shirt.
Yeah. I remember that.
Man, y'all should jump back on.
I want a moto shirt so bad. If you design a moto shirt, I would buy it so fast.
Chandler, I'll just take a picture of the motorcycle he's had for 47 years that is still not up and running, and he can design around that.
Dang, coming from my wife.
Now it is very ugly colors. It's the Florida Gator colors, so that is trash.
I don't know. But, I got 2 pairs of shoes that'll match that bike.
Oh God. That is not a good color.
I love that. All right, next one up is Young Jerks. These guys are like a little bit smaller shop. So Lincoln's like a posse of killers. Like they've got really good illustrators, designers, motion graphics, and then this is like a smaller crew, a little more crafty vibes.
Love that.
Oh, they drink IPAs for sure.
No, they design IPAs.
They might love it.
Oh,
you see like a little bit more like by hand raw
heavy
stuff
coffee black IPAs. That's what they're drinking. Look at this.
Hey, have you had that Mr. Black? Delicious.
I've had that classic hot sauce is delicious.
That is good.
Oh wait a minute, right, they do Deus Ex Machina?
Yep. Ex Machina, yeah. And a botanical, like they got some cool things. We got the little motion with the logo.
Yeah, this is great. I really like that hat, and the first thing that popped in my head was A League of Their Own for some reason, and I love that. Yeah,
I was gonna say Sandlot, but same difference.
That also works.
I like that shirt. No devils in the house. Satan is rude. That's pretty funny.
All right, so they've like taken the time to stage photos, and granted, like I don't have a photographer on staff, so this would be tougher for me to pull off. But man, this is like it's one thing to like have a cool idea. It is a whole nother echelon when you've got like a staged shot of a physical object with the thing on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can like replicate this, but I think it's super cool. As a side note, this aggravates the bejesus out of me, whether it's a shop or a website. Oh. But like the thing I'm interested in, I mouse over it and then it covers it up. I don't care what this says. It says you won $100. I love you, Josh. I'm mad whenever you cover up the image. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it's the old web design days peeking out or whatever, but So these all go into case studies. So you click in, or I assume they do. You got a little write-up, talk about who it's for. You see more pretty pictures.
That's cool.
Is this kind of thing interesting to you? I love the sparkles.
Yeah.
Interesting to you guys where like you have to click in, but there's like more to look at here?
Yeah.
Or would you rather just like have like a little dump of stuff that you can skim through?
No,
Yeah,
this
I like
is next level.
Yeah.
This is
like
but I'm also like, go ahead, Danielle.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like I'm also a little bit of a geek because I feel like I've delved into this world and I'm the guy that like I like nice business cards and custom.
Mm-hmm.
I like to feel and see.
You got taste.
And like it's like it's I don't know. I'm probably into it more than most people. I mean, like there was a guy I met at a little networking thing yesterday, and we both started geeking out about like nice business cards, and we're like pulling up Pinterest and like, going ham. Like, yeah, there's not too many people that are maybe like that next level, but I love this. Seeing this stuff is like wild.
Yeah. Okay. From non-designer, any of this, for me, I love this. And my immediate reaction is, not only do I love that hat and want it, but I need to go to this place. I want to like buy this item, like with this, like
that's exactly
like I am invested. I want these items now, just the way that this is like set up.
For sure.
All right. So lots of love for young jerks, myself included. And where my brain is immediately going is like, all right, cool. So they're like more talented and special and cute than me. But how do I get one step closer to this direction? Like, how do I like introduce this into my universe where so many of the times, like maybe the thing that I do gets put on a t-shirt, but so much of the time it's just like, an Instagram icon or used in graphics and other stuff. Another one. All right, go ahead.
You know what? This made me think. Yellow Box, they do a good job, and I think there's another designer of putting like when they'll post stuff, they'll put it on like a billboard and like a street sign and like a.
They just mock-ups then.
Yeah, and they're like I always like seeing that stuff because it's like you can visually like on a screen where it's not just the graphic. It does look something. I mean, you're not making beer cans, but you're making stuff for screens and print and stuff like that. I like seeing the multiple angles or whatever.
What does this do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
also you could totally have like pre-pictured person and then just like put that logo on that.
Yeah, like little mock-ups.
That's dope.
Yeah, so this is really cool. Like their website, like you can literally choose how you're perusing the goods here. Is that, or is this their Instagram?
These designers, they all wear denim. They all wear raw denim jeans that they haven't washed in 6 months. They drink IPAs, and probably most of them are vegan.
Yeah, and it shows, man. I need to do all those things.
They definitely have the beat up Vans.
Yeah, for sure. And they love Cards Against Humanities.
I don't know. I think that's too mainstream, dog.
I don't know, dude.
I would love to like sit down and chat with these guys. All right, so this is a small collective. I think it's like 1 or 2 guys, but this other one is just a single artist. Like he's a dude. He just works out of his home. Josh Noom does some killer stuff. He's done Dave Matthews Band. He's done Bones Coffee. He's done stuff for Elevation Worship. He is all over the place. He does murals and installations. All right, let me ask y'all this. How much does how much does it impress you? Like, ooh, I've heard of them. Ooh, that's a household name. Like, does that matter for when you're like, if you're thinking about hiring this guy, does it matter that he worked for Elevation?
I think it's cool, but like I don't care if you worked for, I don't know, freaking Elvis. Like,
right.
And Elvis is somebody I love. If it's like a crap design, that doesn't matter to me.
Okay. So if he came out and like all of this was fake projects and like it was all like made up names, he was just like this style artwork, you'd be down. If you like the art, you like the guy.
Yeah, if I like the art, I think there are a lot of people in this world that are like, ooh, name drop big.
Right.
But then like you have people like me that is like, that's great. You could have done better, but that's great. I like his stuff though.
Yeah.
That first one reminded me a little bit of Gryffindor, so maybe that's why I liked it.
You got her with the right kind of name drop. It's the brand drop. It's not the people.
I definitely have him design a tattoo, but that's about it.
Yeah. Like this. Okay. Like this is not like a style that I'm like drooling over.
Right.
But it's like it's cool. Like how he did that Bible. That's funny. It's the Holy Bible. I'm like, Gryffindor.
I feel like this guy, his parents like were at Woodstock 69 and like he wishes he could have been there. And so he's like, I'm just going to design it back to life.
I love that. I think he's from Australia and now lives in Florida. But so another thing I want y'all to be thinking about as we're looking at these, like not just the style of art or any of that stuff, but also like the presentation. So like he says, I'm going to choose colors. We got this soft blue. These guys if you were to ask me like without talking to you, babe, I would say you don't like this website.
No,
you might like the art, but you don't. Okay, so you don't. What about you, Chandler?
I like it when you click in and I can see all the details.
You like the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get too deep into it. So like it doesn't bother me. I think what they're doing is going for a minimalistic look to show off what they're doing. So they don't want the website to deter from their art. So they want to make it lines and kind of like, they're using MS-DOS or something. Yeah. I don't like the thing when you click over it. I think that's annoying.
Kind of clever. Because like that's something that's different about Lincoln is Lincoln. And part of this is because they're like rock stars in this industry. They have a look. They have like a house style and like brand. Whereas a lot of these guys, the choice is like single color, really simple site. So that way the work is kind of what shines. Not that it doesn't here.
Okay, quick question. Is this their home? This is their home page.
Yeah.
See, okay, that goes back to what I just said. Like, I'm like, blah. This is great. But then you go to their actual Lincoln design, their office. I think that is way sicker than this homepage. That's just
interesting.
I don't care. Like I love
they're
Jordans all day long.
Yeah, they're just flexing on everybody. They're just like, we've worked with everyone, including God.
Lincoln Design Co.
But Lincoln,
guys, come to Augusta and fight us.
Lincoln, I like your actual work, not who you worked with.
All right, this is another solo dude. I think he works at Lincoln, actually, and this looks like a little broken mistake, so ignore why. I don't know why that's covering that up. But, like, immediately into work.
He's, like, taking me back to the 90s, bro.
You got some cool little vibes. Simple. So this guy's, like, solo dude, not trying to pursue a ton of work himself, so he's got a little shop with some stuff in it. What about the about stuff? That's something we hadn't really talked about. Like how much do you, if you're looking for somebody to work for or like work with and like hire for a project and you don't know them already. Chandler, I know you know everyone everywhere all the time. But if you're like, ooh, I love his stuff. Like what things are you looking for on an about page? Like you want to feel like before you pick up the phone, you're like, is this guy cool? Is he weird? Like what would help you like set the stage for that, I guess?
I mean, I don't care what it is. My personal thing is when it comes to a business, I like seeing the owner, the person, the picture. Like I actually like, like I think people enjoy that. They want to see, maybe not the family or whatever, but I think it adds value to like, hey, this is who I am. This is my, like, I like that. Like I'm like, dude, that guy looks cool. Like, well, I thought we can hang out. I like.
So you got baby bio. Select clients, so no like backstory, but this is a start, right?
I mean, it depends on what like Lincoln. I mean, that's kind of tough, but like I like they had all their profiles and stuff. I like getting to see and like kind of know. But like with Lincoln, I already know who. Like I don't know them, but I know the people that work there. Like the way they dress, they're skaters. They're like I feel like I know who most of these people are. Like at some level, I can. What they're, what they're into, all that stuff. So, I mean, I think it's good to have, I think it's good to let people know, I mean, that's how I choose my people is I'm going to get to know them first. And it's like, if I like you and I know, like you have decent work, that's why Josh is my guy.
I love it.
Okay, this is great that you said all that because that's literally what I was going to say. But I'm also a very emotional person. So I need to
that connection.
I need to connect. I need to, even though it's like a little bio, I need a little story. Like, do you have kids? Was there this horrible thing that you went through and now you're out of it? Like, I need to know. And if that story grips me, oh God.
Dang.
Oh God. I mean, like, okay, take Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. The very first scene. I thought it was a trailer for another movie. I did not realize it was Guardians of the Galaxy. And then it like flashed into the like, okay, she's passed. This is happening. This is going. I looked at Josh. I'm weeping. And I thought it was a trailer.
Full ugly cry.
I thought it was a trailer to another movie.
Spoiler alert. This is, if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1, pause right now.
Absolutely not. That shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, that's...
No, it's basically like the kid, like, you know, is with his mom in the hospital and she dies. And Danielle, like, is invested in 80 seconds.
80
like,
seconds.
fully invested.
Weeping.
Smart.
Like,
I
one of those, like...
I love...
kind of zones.
I love that about you, babe.
Very empathetic type of person. I feel it. I feel it.
All right, so while we're talking about like about stuff, my brain always goes to like, sure, like a little quick bio is cool, but like I want to tie into like some of the mission, like what gets you fired up, mad, happy, whatever about the work. But that's an interesting one. Like I wonder how, you know, how to rope in that piece of it, but also still kind of keep it like professional. Because like I could talk about one topic and it like turn off a whole bunch of people and then talk about something else. And like, it just depends on like what flavor somebody's into in a way. But
I mean, it's like Josh, it's like with some of the guys that I've met, you know, Josh, whatever, is I don't even know if I went to anybody's websites. I just looked at Instagram and I was like,
so much of it's relational.
And then it's like, let's chop it up, you know, and then eventually, you know, I don't even know if I went to, I mean, I probably did, but I don't even remember like scouring your website. I was just like, oh, you know, Instagram looks, got good work, and you know, let's start a conversation.
Yeah, and that's a great point too. So much of the time, like relationship comes first, and then this is like the sniff test. Like, do they have the stuff? I want some more details. I don't know how like the process works or like what to expect. So that's like the context that somebody would land on these. I don't think that, you know, there's people just Google, or it's very, very rare that somebody's like Google's their logo designer near me, right? And so like you start with like conversation, you and I hang out at an event or whatever, and then you land here. But that's a good point. Starts with the conversation. So this guy's Scott Fuller. He's actually based out of Atlanta, and he actually designed this Mitchell bat behind me over here.
Oh, nice.
The junk bat. But
Danielle's a Red Sox fan.
And they're absolutely trash this year. So dog on me all you want.
I like Mitchell bats.
She picks good ones. Yeah, so I like, again, I'm not going to say I love, because I love all of the things we've looked at today. So that goes without saying. What do you guys think about the presentation? The like, do you know what to do?
Okay. I'm kind
of bored. His website's outdated. But.
Yeah, I'm kind of bored with this one.
Oh.
It's very, but maybe that's just me because
it's an art style.
I like a lot of activity, and this is very black.
Interesting.
Same.
I mean, I'm sure he's got some really cool stuff.
No, but the reason I say interesting is not like, I don't think you're crazy by any stretch. It is, I look at this, and this is one of those like design goggle things. I'm like, oh man, that's sick. I wish my stuff looked like this. And here's somebody who I would want to hire me is like, like that's, you know, that's the wrong target, right? Because my website is not for me. For you guys to understand that I can help you.
This feels like Tennessee. I feel like you just go to any business in Nashville and they'd be like, man, I love this stuff. Make me an album cover.
Oh, he got a picture.
He up in the Marta.
Yeah,
he's a real one.
Rock, baby.
He is a real one.
Okay, so how hard is it to like get to some of his work?
Oh, that was it. Like we were off the rip. That was
okay.
All right, so he worked.
He did the jerseys.
NBA 2K League. I don't know. I don't quite understand he's got a little write-up for each of these.
NBA 2K, that's video games, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. King of Pops.
Those are yummy.
You got that.
But it also could be, and cut this out if you don't like it, but it also could be some of these designers are dealing with super difficult people.
That's an excellent.
That have very boring styles. Like there's some stuff Josh has done. I'm like, this is trash, and it wasn't Josh. Like, it was simply because that's those people's likings and those people's tastes.
Sure.
So that's a bad situation because it kind of makes the designer look like trash when really it's the dang people who wanted it that just their style is a little.
I just like the way you say
outdated
trash.
And wonky.
That is an excellent point. Oh yeah, I don't even take my wife's wonderful accent. It does not register for you anymore. But I know that's going to be a fun one for everybody watching today. Yeah, that's.
I want to make I need a meme of her saying that, which is like, that's trash, and I'm just. I've seen a meme of Danielle saying that's trash. That's going to be my response to. Hey, what do you think about this? That's trash.
Little soundbite.
That's funny.
I love that. No, yeah, that's a good point though. Like, there's a lot of times where, it's one thing, and we even talked about this in episode 1. Like, it is impressive when there's like cool work that it like in the wild, like a client approved it, because that's a whole different element of that a lot of people don't think about. Is like, sometimes you can, if you've got full creative liberty, like it might look a little different than final product. But this guy's also got a style. Like, he's got a zone that he's in. Obviously, it's not your cup of tea, babe.
Mine either.
Chandler makes you think of Nashville. But that's the other thing too, is like once you get known for style, people hire you for more of that look a lot of times. Which that's another, like, to juxtapose this on me, like, I want to have like a range of style, but I'm also like, I'm not being hired around an art style as much as like serving a need for a specific group of people.
This opening is great.
All right, so this guy is my
I just got punched in the face.
He is my favorite designer.
Oh, pressure's on.
He is. Yeah, I this is like, I don't fangirl about like meeting famous people, like a professional NFL quarterback, whatever. I'm like, hey, cool guy, like good stuff. This guy, I bumped into him outside of an alley at a creative conference.
That sounded weird. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
What you doing in the alley?
Trash.
All right, so we're both leaving a building through not the main entrance. And I couldn't get like full sentences out. Like I was just like holding my book out, like shaking like a little kid. Like, Jon Contino, super cool to me.
No, Josh actually told me this story after it happened, and I just had to hold back laughing because he was
dorky.
The term fangirling hard.
I'm a freaking dork. I'm not that cool, guys. I know this. All right, so
that's sick.
He's got like all his stuff is like by hand, so he's got some of that up in the like the. I'm a big sucker for the motion logos. I don't know about you guys.
Now I know where you started. Now I know why you started drawing, Josh.
It is like legit. I would like drool over this guy's stuff, and I was like, I wish I could look like that. And
now, how he gonna have red socks? I know it was Harvard, and then white socks.
He is a massive Yankees fan. I should have saved that for the end, because now you're going to crap all over him.
Done.
Jon Contino,
your work is
out
crap.
of here.
I hate it. Go Red Sox. I hope you see this.
All right, so this guy has like made a choice here. Like we're in the work, which is nice. Like a lot of these guys like lead with a page like this. But he's said like, hey, I want to like introduce a little bit of my style in here. Like we've got all the hand-drawn elements. You're still seeing work, but like there's a vibe out here that is his studio, right? Got a couple case studies. Don't just make, build. Like that, kind of. That's his face, I think.
Oh, wow.
He is.
I mean, this is an interesting website.
Okay.
I feel like he definitely was in the punk rock scene at one time.
He played in hardcore bands and back in New York and stuff.
I can I can like tell people who they are by just what they design. It's just
he be reading people,
dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Wooden sleepers.
Let's see.
Oh, that's
So this
like
is
a dope
his
shop.
like
PF flyers.
vibes right here.
Yeah.
And like this kind of like that's some sick
sick.
black letter stuff. And like he's all about like one of his big approaches is like leave the mistakes. Like do it once and keep it. And so like he loves these things that feel imperfect and a little bit wonky. Like
this all of this little section is sick.
Yeah. This is crazy. I've never showed you his stuff before, and my wife loves my favorite guy.
Oh, hold up. No, calm down.
Slow down. Like this sheet is a great little microcosm of like his zone, like his main zone. And like this style, which was like real big, maybe like 10 years ago, he like brought it to be like everybody started doing it because he was doing it. He wasn't like all that back then or whatever, but
yeah, I feel like this is like this style right here was me in like 2013 or 14. Just felt hats, rolled up raw denim, PF flyers, white shirt, just toothpick in my mouth, some kind of tobacco musk on, got my wallet stain and my jeans that I haven't washed in a year and a half. I just put them in the freezer.
I feel like Chandler, you go through phases hard.
Yeah,
like I guarantee you had like the little like spiky up front like gel hair 20 years ago and like
for sure, bro.
Jeans and
I had dude, when I got out of college, I had like a mullet that I like flat ironed, and then I had like a 1 carat like fake diamond earrings, bro. Like just extra medium shirt.
Did you ever hit the preppy life?
I think in high school I did for a little bit. I was wearing like pink polo Gap shirts and those like weird diesel shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like those weird like driver looking shoes. I was like one of the first people to have those. Yeah, dude. The denim phase, bro. I had all the raw denims, bro. All the raw denims. I had the ones that turned colors.
Hey, I want to talk about this real quick. So he's got this logo. Mm-hmm. We've got this little dude for Instagram.
I like the switch up.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. And like Lincoln, like they rock and roll with this a lot, but they've got like I've seen like 16 variations of their logo.
I like the switch ups.
Okay,
I do too. I like more. That's like I like having a lot of different variations of like this. Like it's a lot of brand options, like where it's like it fits, but you just have like an insane amount of them.
That's the one of the bizarre things. Like I have not like touched my logo since day one. I don't really like even love my logo a lot. Like it's just kind of there, which is ironic. And I also didn't do for myself the thing that I do for every client where I do like a full sheet of stuff. Like you're talking about with options. Like I've got like 2 marks and an icon and like just kind of said, I'm done.
Yeah, you should do your logo in like all your favorite styles. Do like a handwritten one, like do a Contino one and then do a Lincoln one and do a.
All right.
I love this idea.
All right, Chandler, I love where your head's at. Now can I introduce the thing that I've been wanting to do anyway and have it move, like cycle between the logos at the top left of the website?
Yes.
Townspeople approved it. I felt like that was one of those like designy
Chandler,
choices.
we're the townspeople.
All the people that I want to get hired. I'm out here like hawking my wares. Like, hey,
approved.
Come buy a shoe from me, townspeople. Like I got my shop, my whatever that one's gonna blow up in the hangar. All right. Analogy dead. All right, so we've looked at some. I could show you guys even more, but we've already got a pretty good taste of like stuff that I super, super love. I'm now going to pull up my site. I don't know if you guys have ever pulled it up. And here's where, like I said before the call, I don't want y'all to crap on my clients, but feel free to talk about anything
going on.
Like.
Just critiquing, okay?
This is just a side note. One of my small group girls, we had dinner with them They're leaving. They're heading to college. UGA, go Dogs. And she said, well, I saw I was late to Bright Cole's email and it said, hurry up and click. And she was like, I can't believe I missed it. And I clicked on it and he was talking about this and this. And I said, oh, I didn't know. And she goes, I'm sorry. Are you not on the email list? I said, no, I am not. She said, are you subscribed on like YouTube? I said, no, I am not. And she goes, I'm confused. I said, don't be confused because I hear everything all day, every day. I'm the one who runs everything. Like he's like, babe, what do you think about this? Babe, what do you think? Hey, can you come up here and look at this? Can you come over here and look
100%.
at this? And so I'm like, I am not subscribed. No, I am not. And she's like, I can't believe I have more updates on him than you. I said,
Like,
she might have like
ma'am, I got the backstage pass. I don't need to see the after effect.
She's probably gonna watch this. I love you. I hope UGA is great.
No, for real, they say opposites attract. Like that's definitely true here. Like I'm like pretty organized, like hot on the email guy, and she's the like 6,000 emails in the inbox lady. So she doesn't like she'll go look in her email if you tell her something's in there. So there's no reason to subscribe.
She's got 12 kids, man. What do you expect?
12 minus
take care of them.
No, for her, she'd be hustling downstairs doing everything else so I can be up here. But
exactly.
No, yeah, that's a
Head to your website.
Oh, website, right. All right. So one of the things nope, I'm not gonna preface anything.
One of the things. Oh, you went. I feel like you added the pink in there.
Yeah, this happened like a year and a half ago.
Okay, it's been a while.
So you clearly don't have me refreshed every day as your home screen when you pull up your browser. Offended.
Unfortunately not. Let's see. I like it. Do you love your logo? I like the flip. No color. I see that. Great.
And this isn't a pat Josh on the back moment, guys. You got to say at least one mean thing to me.
Let us think, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting sweaty now. And see, as you guys are looking, like everybody that submitted stuff for the other episodes, where they said like, "Hey, like please look at my portfolio," but like I'm so nervous, right? And like they would message me like, "Hey, like please understand, like I need to update it. I know this and this and this." And I'm like, "Doc, we're all in this together." So I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is here. Like I'm gonna stand in front of everybody naked on stage too, and like let y'all address any shortcomings.
Yeah, I mean your site's very. I mean your site serves a purpose better. When you get into like Contino and stuff like that, it's just a little like they're not. Yeah, they don't have to think about some of the things. Like yours is it's simple to the point. It's guided. It uses a good left, right, next step. Like it makes sense. But you also get broad. You get like multiple looks at what you can do, what you've done.
So my first thing was gonna be like, okay, I wish this was a lot slower because I would love to see this stuff. And then like I saw you scroll down.
Yeah.
I'm confused as why my favorite one was not first up there.
What's your favorite one?
This one you did like.
Oh, New Philly, yeah.
I loved it so much that I was like, can you like make me a shirt like this, please? And I do. I have a tank top with this big youth on it. It says a little bit.
Zach, sorry, dog. I ripped your design for my wife.
It's only for me, but please know.
One print of one.
When Josh did this one, he's done some really good stuff. And then he's done some trash stuff. But again, that could be him or it could be the people who wanted it. We'll never know. But this one I love so much. I love the little goat thing a lot. Mm-hmm. And I loved all the like little words and then the big youth, which preface, I'm heavily involved in youth. So I don't want that to be like, well,
why should like the youth so much?
No, I have a lot of love for the youth. So much? Yeah. I've been doing this for 13, 14 years.
Babe, you might be on the about page here. I think you are.
That's fabulous. Nope,
sorry, babe. Sorry, you're gone.
This guy's trash.
You're gone.
No, I think it's dope. I really like just speaking from someone who has known him for 16 years.
Sheesh. We're getting old.
Yeah. Joshua has really come a long way. Like a long way. He would do stuff for our old church, like a lot of stuff for them. And he created stuff for the youth group I was involved in. Then it was middle school ministry. So that is just a mess in itself. But he had to design something, and I talked crap about it a lot.
I think it was the logo.
It was the logo. We changed our name. We moved our name to 316. And I was like, oh my God. And then it was like bubbly and orange, and I hate the color orange. And
it was weak.
I was like, this is horrible. Now that also had to do with the pastor too. Like he loved it. Like, and I remember I was like dogging that thing. And then a really good friend, I think it was Mace, goes, Danielle, you know, the guy that you like, he designed that. And I'm like,
don't care.
It's still trash.
We'll pull no punches. And I love that, babe.
But like, I've watched him like work really, really hard and like learn and like stalk people and try and get better and like draw, like even if we're like in the car riding somewhere or something like that. So like, good job you on growing and doing better than 16 years ago.
Thanks, babe.
That's just my little wife plug real quick.
It was rough back then, but I will say that. All right, Chandler, what are so we are on the about page. Like, does this check off some of the boxes we were talking about?
More than, I mean, you got a video, this is all that. Short, sweet, but it's like, it's concise. It's not too much. Yeah. Like for me, like, I think each person's different. Like, I don't, if you have kids, great. Like, I'm assuming you do. I'm assuming you're probably married. Like, that's just like,
that is something I don't know, like when maybe it didn't make the jump from previous version of the site, but I used to have a section where I talked about the old agency I was at, talked about my wife and how we met at youth summer camp.
Dang, she got deleted.
Yeah. And
canceled.
No, and it makes me wonder, like that's like a nice, like personal angle that is not here. Like I talk a little bit about like,
I mean, it's like, who's your target? If it's like most guys just don't care. Like we're like, who are you? Can you get it done in time? Let me see your work. Great. At the end of the day, I don't really care about your wife, bro, because your wife has nothing to do with my project.
I can hear that, but also like statistically, like this is one of the top viewed pages on the site. I don't quite understand why. Like it's buried under this more link here, but
people want to know. They think she's onto something.
Are you actually a Christian? You're one of these like fake Christian guys that like, I'm a Christian, but not really. I'm deconstructing, but I still got to make money somehow, and I can't cross over.
Make that cheddar.
I'm like Gunger of graphic designs.
Oh man, he getting specific with it. He's using the names. All right. Do I need to have more pieces in here?
Yes.
So this, like on the homepage, sometimes I'm like, all right, we got a lot of words. I'm gonna roast myself here a second. Lots of words to read, and then we get to this, and this is like a good bit of scrolling to get through all that work too. More words.
Okay, so that's what because Chandler's being nice, and I should be nice too. You remember I say you grew so much.
Yeah, babe.
There's too much words for me.
Yeah,
there's too much. And maybe I'm different. Like I want the about thing to be something I can read about you, learn about you, hear your story. But then when I'm actually looking at your work, I'm not going to read. I'm literally going to skip everything that you wrote.
Okay.
About like, I want to see the work.
What about this?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I want to see the work, but where I want to do the reading is when I'm trying to like understand or learn about you.
Here you're being kind of force-fed it on the homepage. Okay.
I don't know. I have to argue. I'm ADD. I'm I don't like long stuff, but I feel like too with you is like there's an educational part because a lot of people they don't understand what's the difference between marketing and branding and advertising and why it's important. I mean, until I met you, I didn't know literally until I met Josh, like I didn't know about like hot sheets and brand guides and that changed like having a brand guy in hot sheet has changed the way that like was a massive, like when it comes to letterhead and social media and graphics and doing all this stuff. It made it so much easier to be like, yeah, just go. It's on the brand guy. What colors on the brand guy? What fonts on the brand guy? Like, dude, like that educational side from you, I had no idea that stuff even existed until you're like, hey, let me show you this presentation. It's like, whoa, like is that what real graphic artists do? Because I have yet to meet one that has any idea that exists.
And that is true, Chandler, and that's on brand for Joshua. It could be the smallest thing, and he wants to break things down and explain it. He gets it from his daddy, and his daddy is the most precious human being ever. But that is like, I mean, that's a good point, and it is super on brand for who he is. I didn't even think about that kind of stuff.
I'll be explaining everything.
So
identify. I love it.
Do you know what? Wish I was on here. Your As in Heaven series.
Interesting.
Because that was one of like the things you did. That was like one of my most favorite things. Even though you never did Augusta.
I did. It just wasn't that good. It kind of flopped.
This is my only opinion, and it's whatever. I'm not a fan of the pink.
Huh.
Oh.
I don't know why. I just
love it. You need to update some of this stuff.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure you have a very logical reason, and you like studied trends on color palettes and how people feel, and that makes people feel like bright and whatever. And I know you like pink, but
bright coal.
I just thought it was a little funky, and I was feeling it one day.
I don't know. I mean, it's just a color.
Your Instagram is great.
Thanks, babe.
Look at Shaq.
Shaq this. It was back then when people liked my stuff.
Bro, that's the stuff you need to like sell. I would put that in an office. Or like a
I don't know if I can sell like famous people's likeness, but I mean it's nice.
Give them away.
Give them away. That's a move. All right.
You do like pink. I'm realizing you really like pink and yellow. You know.
I didn't use this is one of the first videos I ever did, and this lighting is horrible. Like the color.
You've bought a lot of lights since then.
And learned a few things, but yeah. Where is this stuff?
This was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Dang, Chandler, I do like that shirt still.
Yeah. That's the OG one, man. Wish I could get my hands.
Jeez.
You're getting there's an Austin,
Shreveport, Miami. Those are like we're starting to run out of gas.
You keep scrolling past
this. We're looking for these. The As It Is in Heaven series.
Bro, I don't know. You should, dude. You could make so much money on those. If you had a store with all those on there, people would sling those things.
He did. He made one. He made an OKC one for one of our best friends, and
it's right back here. Right here.
Was it for Chandler?
Yes.
No, I think. Yes, it was for Chandler.
Oh, there you go. I was like, dang, was it Chandler or was it Ross?
You could sell those things. Like that LA one's sick.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I might have to.
I think you should start those again.
Here's the reason I stopped doing them. One, I got bored of the idea and just kind of like fizzled out. Two is people would go, "Wow, that's sick," which is great, and then say, "Do that, like do the obvious, like." Logic leap there. People say, "Oh, do that for me," and I'll say, "All right. Like, do you have like any interesting stuff for your event, city, church thing?" And they'll be like, "No, we live in flat town with no landmarks, and here's a bunch of low res images, and we need a mural that goes, 20 feet by 30 feet in our atrium." And I would say, "All right, this is not going to look that good." And they'd say, "But I want it." And then I would say, this is, and these are so tedious, like cutting all this stuff out. So there's kind of a lot
of
to
make money off of it. Make it worth it, dude.
Yeah.
You could make those
sounds to me like you're being a quitter.
Okay, I'm a quitter.
I'm sorry, Randy's Donut liked this picture.
Trash.
They commented.
Who's Randy's
What?
Donut?
Did you never catch that?
I guess not. That's wild.
I don't know who's.
And they're on it. Maybe I tagged them. I don't know. That's funny. That's crazy.
I think this was one of your really cool things that you did. So, one, bring it back, or two, throw it on the website.
All right. I'm about to throw up that vote on the pink thing. I'll say motion logo, more logo variations, pink ? All right, here's another and this is where I think maybe I'm a marketer more than an artist.
I just want to know why Josh doesn't sell more stuff. You need to sell more stuff on your store.
That's not my zone, dog.
I have also
you
said those
money. Your zone's not making money,
right?
Makes sense.
Okay, all right. So I got some stickers. I every time I sell this stuff, I lose money on it. But I just if you want your thing on my thing on your desk, then,
there's a girl that's at our church and she loves Josh's stickers. She will buy them and she puts them it's on her laptop. It might be her laptop is covered with bright coal stickers and it's the greatest
I love that.
So is mine. Chandler said I will not be outdone.
I knew him first. All right, so this is another thing. I didn't realize this until just now. Maybe it was subconscious reason I had you guys both on this. Y'all might be some of the longest standing Bright Coal family members. Chandler, you were not I know a couple people that were in earlier than you, but you've been with me for a hot minute, just shoveling projects my way and making me sound way cooler than I am.
I should have set up an affiliate link a long time ago.
I should have. You have your house.
Okay, we're gonna reel back in. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start. Cashing in on your side, so it's all good. We're gonna continue to have a mutually beneficial relationship.
I'm down.
Wasn't it Will that introduced y'all, Riddle?
Maybe. I don't know.
I just Instagram.
I think Chandler just sharking around. He found me.
I love it. Chandler said he was creeping.
I had 6 followers.
You know how many friends I have that I just was yo, man, you look cool. You want to be friends? Yeah, man, I need more friends. I'm cool, let's be friends.
Chandler's kicking
I don't
the
have
playground.
the patience or the time.
For too many friends.
I don't.
No, that's like my wife. She's I got 3. That's all I need. Everybody else, bye.
Hey, it gets crusty when you have more.
Chandler's the kid that shows up at the playground and makes 38 new friends in a day.
No.
It's here.
Oh, it's so much fun. I
went to my house later. Mom's cooking.
This week, I went to this networking event. I was I'm gonna play it cool. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Gotta whatever. Afterwards, I'm next time, cool. I'm gonna own this place next time. Everyone will know who I am this next event because I'm going to it's gonna get wild. I'm just gonna be sir, are you in charge? Nope, but you're gonna think I am. One thing for me about all these other cats that baffles me is I don't know what say I would dying to work with this guy. I guess contact is fine, but I just want a clear what do I do next? I'm pumped. Does this email go anywhere? And so I hit this let's talk. Schedule a call as the next step. Try and really hammer that in. Is that helpful or does it matter?
That's great.
Yeah, because it's just different situations. Those other guys, they're probably not they're probably good.
Probably not thirsty for work.
If we get a new client, great. But it's I doubt that they're really relying on.
Yeah, they're probably at the stage where they're turning people down.
For sure.
So y'all told me I'm thirsty and trying here.
No,
these guys have made it official.
I would love for you to
well, you need to
being thirsty.
You gotta find you 1 or 2 more homies and build little tribe, and
Dog, Chandler, we've talked about this so many times. There's my son's school.
What did they say? Is he okay?
No, it's nothing. It was an old email.
I
see, my boy here, he's a little bit of a grandpa. This opens up your email client, and then I don't know. I assume this is not his personal number. It's just fascinating to me.
Let's call and find out.
Guys, this has been tremendous. I seriously appreciate you guys, and I hope you had fun. I had fun, and I learned some things. I'm really excited when we go live to promo this episode. But love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Do you have any closing notes for the people?
Yes. Go Dogs.
Trash.
There you go.
Trash.
I love y'all. Adios. And that's a wrap for this episode. Guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out. I hope that y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. And let me know down in the comments if you agree with Chandler. Do I need to take pink out of my color palette? I kind of like it. I think it's kind of funky, but I'm curious to hear what you think, and if there's any other hot takes or surprise reviews or like kind of points that came out of the episode. I love you guys. Hope you all have a great rest of the day, rest of the week, rest of the year, rest of the decade. I just hope that your life is just peachy keen. And if you haven't already seen any of the other episodes in this series or any of the other stuff I've got up on YouTube, now's a great time. I'm frankly like killing time at the end of this video, so you've got more time to peruse the lovely videos and potentially watch one of them, watch both of them, subscribe, hit like, share this video. I mean, I'm not sure why you're still watching, but I'm glad you are. I feel closer to you for it. I love you. This video's over now.